Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy Man. For today's video, we talk, yo, when my green screen fell. What? Come on now, man. We got about 2 seconds into the video. Man, damn it. Okay. Oh, God. Whew. Invincibility cloak activated. We're talking about Kyrie Irving. Man, I wish I could be a player announcer, man. It'd be such a fun job. Basically, there's some rumors out there that the Nets, maybe not actively shopping, but potentially there could be some talks of Kyrie Irving being traded, right? I don't agree with it, personally speaking. I like Kyrie Irving. He had his best season ever last year. But there's talks out there, right? And basically they're saying that if he was to get traded, he's going to retire from the NBA. And you know what? If there was anybody to do that, it would be Kyrie Irving. Because I swear, man, one of these days, one of these years, one of these seasons, you are going to wake up to Sports Center or whatever your source is for news, and it's going to say Kyrie Irving's shockingly retires. That's how it's going to be. Like, Kyrie is not going to play until he's 40 and be like, okay, yeah, here's my farewell day or season. He's going to be gone. He's going to be gone, man. So, yes, we're going to check this out here. This is Chris Broussard reveals Nets would trade Kyrie Irving for Ben Simmons, and I think they're going to discuss some other trades. So, we'll see. We'll see. You guys let me know in the comment section below. What would your best Kyrie trade be?
There are a handful of Kyrie trades that potentially make sense for the Nets.
Nick Wright is the
Kyrie's
source.
Representatives have made it known that Kyrie would simply retire from the NBA if Brooklyn were to trade him.
Dang, man.
Kyrie read this.
Dang.
Kyrie responded to this with that right there, an image.
Huh?
A puppet.
I didn't see that. So who's the puppet? The master of puppets? Or is this more like a Pinocchio reference? Like he wants to become a real boy? Or a real champion? I know he's already a champion. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Then you responded with this, Kyrie. If you're saying you didn't say you'd retire if you were traded, then your beef is with your representation. It is not with me, because you and I both know that's what they've told people.
Fair enough.
Nick,
good
busy
response.
nights on the old Twitter for you. Take us through all of this.
It's a good response.
Yeah, I mean, so
damn, that man got handles.
Really do
Kyrie Irving.
For the most part, the fact of the matter is this: there were a handful of teams that contacted the Nets to take the temperature on whether or not any of the big three, particularly.
Well, you want to cook your beef to 165 degrees internal. You want the temperature of this beef. I don't know, man. I thought that was one of those stupid jokes I say in my head, and it just comes out not funny. Sorry.
Kyrie Irving were available. Everyone knew that Durant's not available and Harden's almost assuredly not available. But since they acquired Harden, and because the Nets...
Holy shit! Yo! My stomach just rumbled. I don't know if y'all heard that. I haven't eaten yet today, man. The Pistons have the player that was traded for James Harden being Kelly Olynyk. I just thought about that. Right? Or the guy that ended up being on... Bro, we can get James Harden in Detroit.
Surplus of scoring and a surplus of ball handling, there's thought Kyrie might be available.
Yep.
And those teams were not told untouchable, no reason to call us back. It's like calling, Golden State for Steph. It'll never happen. They were led to believe, well...
Offered up Killian Hayes in the first round pick. You never know.
Irresponsible not
you never know.
Listen. But now there is nothing to listen to because, and this I know for an utter certainty, no matter what gifts Kyrie sends
utter
to
or
me on
utter?
Twitter, Kyrie's people told anyone that would listen, trade for him at your own peril. If he were ever to be traded from Brooklyn, he would simply retire.
Yeah, and that would be really stupid because we've not seen this team completely healthy yet. And the fact of the matter is that Kyrie signed with the Nets to be with Kevin Durant. So it's like, oh, we got James Harden, we don't need more Kyrie. That would be just a garbage move to do to somebody. So I could see where, yeah, that would be a little frustrating.
By the way, Broussard, and you can elaborate on this, he publicly on the record a few years ago said that I'm not a guy that thinks I'm going to play late into my 30s. That is said,
wow.
I always expected that my career would be over in my early 30s, where he is right now. Now, nobody is thinking he is planning on retiring right now, and I am not reporting Kyrie.
He will retire. I think he will retire after his next contract is up. I don't know when that is. Or when the Durant-Harden thing's over with. How do you go back from that, man? You can't go and play for Minnesota all of a sudden when you're playing with KD and James Harden.
Contemplating retirement. That's not the report. The report is that he told people if he were traded, he would simply walk away. which is, of course, going to make no one trade for him.
Right.
So that's the news.
Hey, good for him, man. His own personal no trade clause.
What that means about relationships.
His own no trade clause.
We could speculate on that. But that's the news, and I am as certain as that on that as I am that Wild stole that sport coat from me. I am 100%.
Well, Nick, first of all, welcome to the world of NBA reporting. But let me warn you, it's mean out in these streets, bro. It's mean out in these streets, all right? But
well, yeah, there's a lot of rumors that get made up.
All of a sudden, even when I'm sorry, Broussard, I don't know how you did it for 20 years. Even when you know you're right, all of a sudden you have these pings of anxiety. You're reading the wording of tweets again and again. It's not fun. Don't enjoy the world at all. But it's it's my job to bring information to the masses. Go ahead, Broussard. Sorry.
Yes, it is what it is, bro. But here we go. As far as retirement, look, the last several years, I have heard from players, I've heard from people in front offices, executives.
Look at that range, man.
Don't be surprised.
Bro,
They're
I like
not
Kyrie.
reporting it. They're not saying it's going to happen for sure, but they were just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if one day Kyrie Irving shocked the world and just retired.
Yeah, that's how I think.
Because we know Kyrie is a guy that has all types of other interests, and so that's out there. Now, I did talk to someone close to Kyrie last night or texted with them, and I was told that they're highly doubtful that he would retire.
If he were traded, he would be, I think.
You do have to throw it out there that if indeed the Nets were considering moving him, that you might have your representative say, look, anybody that trades for him, he will retire because Kyrie Irving is ecstatic to be at home in northern New Jersey.
Right.
All right, so he definitely does not want to be traded.
I think J.J. Redick similarly went through the same thing where he was going to be traded home, like out east or something, and ended up getting traded to Dallas. So.
And I don't think he's going to be traded. I think the Nets are definitely going to run this thing back, and maybe Kyrie will even get a contract extension. But here's the thing, Nick. Look, as great as Kyrie is, I think I'm higher on him than you are, Nick. I think he's a no-doubt first-ballot Hall of Famer. But as great as he is, he's not Kevin Durant. He's not Steph Curry. He's not LeBron James. He's not a guy that you just automatically hang up the phone on. How dare you even call me about him? If someone calls you to talk about trading for Kyrie, you at least listen. You do your due diligence. Doesn't mean you're going to trade him. Doesn't mean you'll strongly consider it. But you'll listen. If Philly calls me about Ben Simmons, if Portland calls me
Y'all call me about Ben Simmons, I'm hanging the bitch-ass phone up, man. I don't want to hear about that man ever again. I'm sick of hearing about Ben Simmons.
Damian Lillard, if Washington calls me about Bradley Beal, I'll listen. I don't know if I'd trade Kyrie for those guys, but I definitely would listen for two reasons. One,
you want to trade Kyrie for Damian Lillard? Yeah, I like Kyrie, man, but Damian's top 2 point guard in the NBA. Assuming you're not considering Luka a point guard. And assuming you are making Luke Kennard a point guard. Right? Ben Simmons, yeah, they ain't doing that. Never doing that. Like, I understand Simmons on the Nets actually ain't a bad fit because of the defense reasons and stuff and the playmaking stuff. Well, actually, really not so much because Kyrie can play shooting guard and play off James Harden, right? That's pretty much what he did last season. Like, Ben Simmons, if you have him, then you can never have the ball in James Harden's hand. So, yeah, that's stupid. And then Beal, I'd rather have Kyrie, I think.
Well,
I don't know.
because he's unreliable for
Beal wouldn't be bad with the Nets either, though.
One, he's injury prone. He's missed 4 playoffs, either the entire postseason or significant chunks of the playoffs.
Wait,
in
who
his
did?
Career,
Who did?
Including last year. And 2,
Kyrie?
because of his quirkiness. All right, last year he took whole weeks at a time off just for undisclosed personal reasons. So those things make him unreliable to a degree, and that's why, as great as he is,
had to get his mentality right.
Listen to offers or possibly consider moving him if it's a good deal, Wilds.
And I'll respond to that quickly, Broussard. Listen, the guys you listed, because I had talked about the Kyrie Ben Simmons trade previously. Wilds, I think, and Broussard's right, he's higher on Kyrie than I am. Kyrie is obviously a better player than Ben Simmons. But when it comes to fits and what teams need, like one could argue that Ben would add more to Brooklyn than Kyrie does.
He wouldn't. Like, anything you get with defense with Simmons, you are going to get murdered twice as much by losing out on the potential of the offense of Kyrie Irving and how James Harden operates. Like, Because Simmons, to be optimal, needs the ball in his hands, in my opinion. And, like, yeah, James Harden can play off that, but James Harden's better with the ball in his hands, too. Like, I just don't see it. I don't think the switch off is worth it.
As a for instance, just because they have Harden and they have Durant. And that's just one of the examples. I think that the reason the Nets would have the internal conversations is they have so much already with KD and Harden of what Kyrie brings that maybe, you know, the sum can be greater than the individual parts.
You ever know
if you
scoring?
Get the right package
Ball
of
handling?
people for Kyrie Irving. Wild.
So my question is this, and I'll ask Broussard. As constructed right now, the Nets are the favorite to win the championship. They were a Kevin Durant shoe size away from beating the Bucks. I would argue that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got a very talented team. I just think, I don't know, man. Like, if I'm trading Kyrie Irving, I'm not doing it for a 1-for-1 because there are holes on the Nets team. I really think so, you know, especially interiorly speaking. That they don't let Marcus Aldridge back. He's gonna be good and healthy, man. I don't know, man. That's gonna be freaking beasting.
They got
skip next season, man. Skip to the damn playoffs. Lakers, Nets.
Aldridge, who I think still has plenty in the tank, is back on the team. So if it was me running the Nets,
plenty in the tank, did he just have like retirement for like heart issues or something?
No, we're as good as we can be right now. If anything, I want less volatility on the team. And I don't mean volatility emotionally. I just mean moving parts.
Yeah, because Ben Simmons,
you know, played a handful of games.
You could have his own damn reality TV show.
They were 11-3 when they all played together.
Simping with Simmons.
I don't want to keep on moving.
I'd watch that.
In and out.
I'd watch that.
I want to keep it as is. So to me, I was surprised that they were willing to make more changes.
Okay, I don't really care what this guy says anymore.
Why Kyrie has shown that he is clutch. He is at least.
Yep. Kyrie's a good basketball player. I don't know, man. You all give me your thoughts about this comment section below. Would you even entertain the idea of trade? Okay, answer me this. If there was to be a Kyrie Irving trade, what do you think it should look like? That's all we got, man. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.